Today is Friday the 13th, and by the time this video goes live, I'll probably already be in surgery. This will be my 7th surgery, so I've been through a few recoveries before. But the last one was about 5 years ago when I had my emergency C-section to deliver my son. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really let myself recover. It was COVID. Life was absolutely chaotic. There was just so much going on. And I did what a lot of us do. I just pushed through it. I kept moving. I kept working. I tried to go back to normal as quickly as possible. And looking back at it now, I think that pattern of just pushing through may actually be part of why I'm here today. Because the body doesn't forget when we override it. It keeps the score. So this time, I'm approaching recovery a little bit different. After going through surgery many times, these are the 7 practices that actually make the difference in how the body recovers. And the last one is the lesson I had to learn the hard way over and over again. Let's start with number 7. Number 7, protect your energy budget. After surgery, the body is doing an enormous amount of work behind the scenes. It's repairing tissues, managing inflammation, clearing anesthesia, and restoring balance across multiple systems. All of this requires a lot of energy. The mistake many people make is to try to go back to normal life too quickly. We answer messages, make decisions, handle stress, and push ourselves to be productive way too soon. But every one of those things spends energy the body actually needs for healing. Recovery works best when you intentionally reduce the demands on your system. Fewer decisions, less stimulation, less pressure to get back to normal. Because the more energy the body can devote to repair, the faster healing can actually happen. And this is something I definitely didn't do very well after my last surgery. Number 6, restore deep breathing. One thing people don't realize is that surgery and anesthesia often change how we breathe. Pain, tension, and protecting the incision naturally shift the body into a state of shallow breathing. But shallow breathing reduces oxygen delivery and slows circulation. Restoring slow diaphragmatic breathing brings oxygen back to the tissues for healing. It improves blood flow and signals the nervous system that it's safe to relax again. It also moves the diaphragm, which helps circulate fluids inside the body and supports the lymphatic system. Even a few minutes of slow breathing throughout the day can help the body shift out of stress mode and back into repair mode. Number 5, support lymphatic flow. After surgery, the body creates inflammation as part of the healing process. The inflammation itself is not a problem, but it does create fluid buildup and cellular waste that needs to be cleared from the tissues. That's where the lymphatic system comes in. The lymphatic system acts like the body's cleanup network, removing excess fluid and inflammatory byproducts so tissues can recover. But unlike the circulatory system, it doesn't have a pump. It relies on breath, gentle movement, and changes in the body's position to move fluid through the body. So simple things like sitting up, changing positions, or taking short walks when you're ready can help that process. When lymphatic flow improves, swelling often decreases, and the body can move more efficiently into repair. Number 4, support cellular hydration and mineral balance. When we think about hydration during recovery, most people focus on drinking more water. But healing doesn't happen in the bloodstream. It happens inside cells. After surgery, the body is repairing tissue, clearing medications, and managing all that inflammation. All of that requires proper fluid balance at a cellular level. Electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium help regulate nervous signaling, muscle relaxation, and the movement of fluids into and out of our cells. Without those minerals, water alone doesn't hydrate tissues effectively. We are electric beings and we need conductive electrolytes. So hydration during recovery isn't just about water. It's about giving the body the mineral support it needs to heal. Number 3, support gentle digestion. One system that often gets overlooked after surgery is digestion. Anesthesia, medications, and stress hormones can slow the digestive system significantly. But digestion itself requires a lot of energy. But when the body is trying to repair tissue, manage inflammation, and restore balance, it's already working really hard. Heavy meals can compete with that healing process for our energy. Keeping meals simple and easy to digest allows the body to absorb nutrients without placing additional strain on the system. When digestion works smoothly, the body can redirect more resources toward healing. Number 2, protect your sleep. One of the most powerful parts of recovery actually happens while you're asleep. During deep sleep, the body increases production of growth hormone, immune activity, and tissue repair. This is when damaged cells are replaced and inflammation can begin to resolve. But surgery, medications, and stress can easily disrupt our sleep. So protecting sleep during recovery becomes incredibly important. Sometimes the most productive thing you can truly do during recovery is to simply allow yourself to sleep, because a lot of healing happens when the body finally gets permission to shut down and just repair itself. And number one, let the body set the pace of healing. This is the biggest lesson I've learned trying to connect with my body. The body is constantly communicating with us all the time, including during recovery. It signals fatigue and tension and soreness, even in moments of relief when there shouldn't be. We question it, right? But many of us are conditioned to override those signals. We push through the pain, push through exhaustion, and try to get back to normal as quickly as possible. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did after my last surgery. Life was really chaotic, so many things. It was the middle of COVID, and I convinced myself I needed to keep moving through my geriatric pregnancy, through everything. But looking back, I don't think I ever really allowed my body the time it needed to recover. And that pattern of pushing through is probably why I'm here today, needing lucky number 7. Healing doesn't happen faster just because we want it to or we try to force it. It happens when we give our bodies the conditions and the time it needs to repair itself. Sometimes the most important part of recovery is simply learning to listen to the body and allow it to move at its own pace. And I know that can be hard when we're constantly thinking, but we need to just listen. By the time this video goes live, I'll probably already be in surgery. So we'll see how recovery goes this time. What I do know is that I'm approaching it very differently than I did before. Instead of pushing through, I'm giving my body the time and the conditions it actually needs to heal. And I'm curious to see what recovery looks like when I finally allow it to happen. If you've ever gone through surgery or recovery, I'd love to hear what helped you. What got you to the finish line? And if you happen to be watching this today, Friday the 13th, 2026, I'm happily accepting positive thoughts if you'd like to send them my way. Thank y'all for being here. I love you. I'll keep everybody updated as this journey unfolds for me. And I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.